I look really white, or is it just, okay, this is so hard to find. And then I guess I look so white. I thought it would be good lighting, but hello everybody. Why? I haven't filmed in so long I don't even remember how to speak to a camera. And my hair is crazy. Okay, hi guys. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Katie. Welcome back. I have been so awful with filming, and I know that, and I spent today doing a lot of things, but the main thing I was just doing is watching YouTube, of course, in quarantine. Like, what else are you gonna do? And I was watching a lot of YouTubers kind of talk about quarantine and how it's been for them and why they haven't been uploading, or they have been uploading. Kind of depends on each channel. I'm not a daily vlogger, so I clearly have not been filming every day. You guys know that. I've been struggling with filming for a while now, and I just wanted to check in and say hey. A lot of things have been going on, and I know that I probably have lost a lot of followers, so if you guys are still here, hey, thanks for watching, and I hope to gain some new ones as I become more active. Yeah, I am home. I am in Indiana with my parents right now. That's one of the big updates, is I haven't been home for way longer than I thought I would be home for. I came home from, so if you guys don't know, if you're brand new, if this is the first time you're seeing my face, I'm so sorry because I look like a hot mess, but if this is the first time you're seeing me, I'm a missionary. I'm a Salesian lay missionary, and I was working in New Jersey, and when Corona came and everything happened with our school moved online, and I was living in the convent with the sisters. Being a missionary, it's a Catholic organization where you live with the communities, and I was living with them and being quarantined. It was really fun, but it was really hard on me, emotionally and personally, and it was hard, so I really wanted to go home. I had this this strong desire to go home, and I was allowed to go home early, so I went home 2 weeks before spring break, which that was the original date that I was going to go home. I was supposed to go to Florida for spring break, but Corona, you know. But I got to go home. So then I went home really early, and I've been home ever since. I'm home in my parents' bedroom because they have the best lighting, but shh, don't tell them. They'll probably see this later. But yeah, so it was just really nice to go home. But as quarantine hits and everything happens, it's been hard. It's been really good, and it's been really hard. Some good things that I really enjoy is my family. When you like hit home, that's one of the hard things, is that like everyone, you see all these videos of siblings getting reunited and kids coming home from college and things like that, but none of my siblings were able to come home, so I don't see anyone besides my parents, which it's still amazing, but it's hard to not have like kid interaction, I guess, you know. And then what else? The good thing, my parents have a gym here, so I've been able to work out. That's something that's really helped me during this quarantine, is just being able to work out more, because at the sister's house we didn't have a gym besides like physically working out, like running or playing basketball. But now I have weights and exercises and machines and YouTube and things like that, where I have a lot more time to work out, which has been really nice, and I like that. I've been getting more into a routine. And then some other things, we have online school. I actually personally love online school. School really didn't know what was happening for a long time because the governor wasn't really saying anything in New Jersey. So for weeks it was like, are we coming back? Are we not? And then it was like week after week of like, what's happening to our school? We finally got the final notice saying that we were closed for the year. So I'm doing online school. And right now I'm kind of just waiting to see when I can go back to New Jersey. I have all my stuff there because I only went for spring break. I didn't go for the whole period of, like, I didn't move out yet, so I still have all my stuff there. So I will eventually go back, and I miss the community. Something that I mentioned when I was in a prayer service with some kids on Zoom, because everything's on Zoom right now, was I took for granted a lot of things. Being in quarantine, you take for granted like everything, and I think that's a big reflection that we can take during quarantine and Corona in general, is that we've taken for granted a lot of things. We've taken for granted healthcare workers, we've taken for granted the policemen, EMTs, we've taken for granted, for me being Catholic, the sacraments and church because that's a huge thing, that everything's online, you can't receive the sacraments, which has been really hard, but we've just taken it for granted. I know I have personally, and it's been super hard on me. But I also take for granted just what I had in New Jersey, because it's kind of this thing in life where when you're in one place, you're happy or you're sad and you want to go somewhere else, and you think that that somewhere else is going to be better. But then once you move to the next spot, you just miss everything that you had in that original spot. I just took for granted what was all there. Like every single day I was always kind of thinking of the future, taking for granted what was happening every day. And now that I'm not in it, I miss it and I want to go back to that. Just took for granted a lot of things. But now I'm home, taking it day by day and kind of seeing where life takes me. Filmed a lot of like bits and pieces of videos, but I've just never put them together and made a video. So some things was Mother's Day and my dad's birthday was yesterday, and I filmed the little things. I made breakfast yesterday and I made the microwave explode. Another thing is I'm learning to cook being home. That's been kind of fun. I'm trying my best. If you can hear that, my dad scared my mom. So there's just little fun jokes like that. If you guys remember from my travel video, that cat that I was carrying around that one of the sisters gave me, we started playing hide and seek with it. And so I'll insert some photos too of where we put the cat. But my dad, I left it out one day because it was the sister who gave it to her birthday. So I like made the cat sing, you know, sing happy birthday to her. And then I left it on a counter and then it just disappeared, and my dad had been hiding it throughout the house, and it took me like a week to realize that it was gone and that my dad had been hiding it everywhere. I've been playing hide and seek with the cat. That's been really fun. And one of the funniest things that I thought it was really funny, but my dad, he hid the cat, but he hid it in this freezer drawer, which like it was safe, it's just a stuffed animal, but he hid it in the freezer drawer with my White Claws. But he told me he like had it there and it was there for like probably 5 or 6 days with the White Claws. And then one night he goes, oh, it's with the clams. He's like, that's a huge clue. It's with the clams. Like, don't you want a clam? And I was like, I don't eat clams. I have no idea what you're talking about. But he's like, it's with the clams. And then days passed and I still didn't know. And then yesterday, I think he's like, oh, do you want a clam? Like, do you want to go like get a drink or something? And I was like, I knew it. And then I went over there and it was in the freezer, and he got confused. He thought they're called white clams, not White Claws. And so he tried to give me this great clue, but he's had the drink all wrong. And I just never went to go check or get a drink, so it's good on me for not drinking. But it's just so funny because he was so like, he's like, it's such a good clue, just look for the clams. And I was like, nowhere in our house has any clams anywhere. So I was like so lost. Yeah, so that's kind of been this update. I live in Indiana, so a lot of things have kind of started reopening. It's not as severe as New York and New Jersey, so kind of it's coming back. It's very, very slow, but it's coming back. The big thing is the dentist is now open. So I did go to the dentist. If you guys didn't know, I had a really bad accident last summer, right before I came to New Jersey, where I passed out. I broke my jaw. I had stitches in my chin, and I broke 3 teeth completely, and then I had 3 cracked where I had to get crowns on them. So I'm missing teeth, and I think that's a huge thing of why I haven't filmed. It's just I'm still very insecure after a year. I've worked really hard to try to get over it, but it's just a hard thing because it's like people see it, you know? I did go to the dentist a few days ago. I don't know what day. I was gonna film it, but I forgot my camera. And I don't really like to bring my camera out into the public settings anymore because I don't want corona on it, you know? But I did go to the dentist, have my first appointment. I got fitted for all my moldings, and then in 2 weeks I will be getting my teeth back, which I'm super, super excited. And that's gonna be that's a huge relief on me. I think back to the struggle that I had throughout the year. I was just like really like making sure I talk where my teeth don't show, and meeting new people and meeting my students and talking to my students and not wanting to show them like something that I feel is like I don't even know, it was just like a hard thing to experience, and to think that they would look at me differently because I'm missing teeth, which I know it's very superficial. And I'm very grateful for my parents for helping me get my teeth back, but it was just really, really hard year to not have teeth. And it was just, yeah, it's just I'm just very, very happy to get them back in. I'm rambling now, and it's already been a while. I'm gonna end this and close this up, but I'm just very grateful to be back on YouTube. And I always say I will be back, and I promise I will be back, and I will film, and I'll insert all the little clips of my dad's birthday and the cat and things like that, so you guys can kind of see what's been going on during quarantine. But pretty much I've just been teaching online, working out, spending time with my mom and dad, and just relaxing, enjoying the weather. It's been kind of cold and rainy here for most of the time, but we have a beautiful sunset, which I think I'm going to close the video with that and just show you guys the sun, because I haven't seen the sun in a long time because it's always rainy and cold here. But I'm going to show you guys the sun and then I'll talk to you guys soon. So here's the sun. Bye guys.